I just submitted my talk to the teachers. And on the 4th, I got the not so awaited reply. They said to me that my idea was too abstract. So I asked them if I could give it another shot. And as luck had it for me that day, I would come back home late. So when I reached home at 4:30, I did the last thing a person does when he has a hectic day. Relax. At 5:45, I got a phone call. Now we know there will be many life-changing phone calls. Like, congratulations, you've just won a lottery. How many of you have won a lottery here? Yeah, it's improbable. Or like, congrats, you've got the job. But this call, it was different. So when I picked up the phone, my brother informed me that we had just got a baby sister. And my reply to that was, okay, that's very nice. Bye. And then it happened, the change in background. Now you see me standing over here as a speaker. Now why do you see this? It's because of the background. It's because I'm standing on a stage. But what if I tell you that I'm actually an artist? And that if I turn this stage into an artist's workshop, then you will think I'm an artist. So the brain sees the object on the way it sees the background. And just a slight change in the background can change the way you see the object. Now, on the screen, I have a vase. The vase has a white background. Now, what if I change the background? I make it a black background. Does it change the way you see it? A show of hands? Okay. Another example, math, a subject most of us dislike. But given the right teacher who puts it across in a fun and entertaining and understandable manner, then we will go out there as preachers of math, betraying our very true selves, saying, no, it's not that difficult. Wait, moments ago you said maths was very hard. You see, our brain has a lot of information. Now, I would like to divide this information into two parts. One is the constants, and the other is the variable. Now, why I did so, I will explain. Can I have a volunteer on the stage? Anyone, please raise your hand. Yes, you there, come up on the stage. Now, as the volunteer is coming up, I have here with me a deck of cards. Now, I want you to imagine this deck of cards as the information in your head. So, as I said, the information in the brain is divided into two parts, constants and the variable. So, this is the constants. What's your name? Okay, his name is Om. So, his name is a constant because it won't change throughout his entire life. He won't change his name. But this other deck, this is the variable. These are his beliefs and his views, his philosophy, the way he sees things. And this will keep getting shuffled and shuffled because our philosophy and our views change as time progresses. And at different points of time, it changes the person we are. So, to bring it all to an end, the constant is your identity, who you are. You can go back. The constant is your identity, your name, your date of birth, where are you from, whereas the variable is your philosophy and your views. Now, you might be wondering what my idea here is. Well, we all face difficulties in life. So, what happens in this amazing organ called the brain in our head? It has two types of information, like I stated, the constants and the variables. So, the constant remains the way it is. Your identity is the same, but it changes the views and beliefs. It makes you think in a way that impossible is not impossible, because the word impossible has I am in it. It makes you think differently. It makes you see things differently. And it avoids you from falling into a pit of difficulties. Now, the brain, every time it faces difficulty, it thinks about it. It thinks on it. I want you to imagine it like dominoes. And when you push one domino, rest of it keep falling. So what happens is every time we face a difficulty, our brain starts thinking. Our brain is thinking even now as I speak. My brain is thinking right now. So this one thought which is being thought about in the brain creates many thoughts which are in turn being thought about. So it's a chain reaction that takes place in our brain, and it keeps on thinking. It keeps on thinking and thinking and thinking. And every time it faces a difficulty, it changes the views and beliefs. It reshuffles the deck of variables. It changes your philosophy and your views. Now, I would like to ask you a question. How many of you out there are artists? Raise your hands. Don't worry, you can lie. Raise your hands. More. I need more hands. I want you to lie. Well, for those very shy people who didn't raise their hands, you have a new qualification. Congratulations. You all are artists. Because every time you face a difficulty, what the brain does is paint itself a new background. Imagine a Mona Lisa without a background. Will it be the same Mona Lisa you think of right now? No, it won't. The background truly helps bring the picture out. The same way, who you are is truly determined by your views and beliefs. And every time that difficulty you face changes your beliefs and your views. And the brain repaints itself a picture. A picture that truly changes who you are. But your identity remains the same. Now, coming back to the 4th of December, someone very special entered my life. This is my baby sister. She's 1 month old. And after the phone call, my background changed. Because I already have 2 brothers. And God, life is not good. And a 3rd sibling meant life was going to be more bad. But since it was a sister, the very fact that a sister came in my life, something that I've never experienced, I never had a sister in my life, it made my brain think that, no, things will be different. Instead of going into a pit of distress and depression that, oh God, 3 siblings, it made me think, no, you can be a brother. You can be a brother to 2 brothers and 1 sister. And yes, you can do it. I still am Musab, but my beliefs and thoughts have changed. And at the end of the day, what I would like to say to you all is, every time you face a difficulty, I would like you to think about the difficulty. And the marvelous organ, the brain, will do the rest for you, because it will keep thinking about that thought. And when it keeps thinking about that thought, it will paint you a new background, which will truly highlight who you are and let you tackle that very difficult situation you are facing. Thank you.